Dear students, today I will teach you how to design a simple Java GUI application with the database. Requirements are Java and Developer Kit, Eclipse IDE or any other IDE you can use, Windows Builder which is used for designing, MySQL Server, MySQL Java connector. My plan is I'm going to create employee information application using Java and employee database using MySQL. By the way, I am Professor Raj. Let me show you the other details, that is what are the field names, data types and components. I am going to create a database in the name of employees info, and one table I am going to create EMP personnel. The fields are totally 7: employee ID, name, gender, date of birth, designation, mobile number, address. And here you can see the data types. And the components I am going to use in Java programming is text field, radio buttons, combo boxes, and we should have at least 2 command buttons. Let's start. I already kept open Java programming with the Eclipse IDE. First of all, you should have Windows Builder. So how to install Windows Builder? Go to Help, select Eclipse Marketplace. It will take few seconds to load what are the availability, and then if it is connected directly with your internet, so automatically load some of the options available for you. So here in Windows, in the find you can type Windows Builder, Windows Builder, and search for it. Automatically it will identify Windows Builder, and you can see here Windows Builder I have already installed, so it shows in this way. Suppose if it is not installed, it will be in highlighting color like dark. So I have already installed the Windows Builder requirements, so cancel. Okay, now the first step is here in the package explorer, right click, new Java project. We are going to have a database project, right? So employee database I'm giving, click finish, and then under employee database select source and select package name, database I'm giving EMP, maybe database EMP, and click finish. Under the package, right click, new, and click other. So already installed with Windows Builder, it will show under this list Windows Builder, and here I'm going to use Java frame, that is JFrame. Click next. You have to give the name of this application. Application is what already I mentioned, EMP information, right? EMP info. I'm just keeping a short name for easy to put up in our programming. Click finish. That's it. Now automatically your IDE will be creating some source programming file, and also you will have design file as well. So the moment you click design, so this is nothing but Java frame. This is how you will be creating the application. And now we will go on for designing the application. Okay, I will continue with the second part. Now next step is, before designing, let me include a library file which is so called Java connector. So right click your project, this is your project, right click, go to properties, under Java build path, click add external jar. I already downloaded and kept MySQL connector, click OK, apply and close. Okay, under this your project referenced library is available, Java. Done. Now we'll go for putting all the components. Okay, so components are here. So before putting the components, I would like to use some layout. So the best layout is absolute layout. Absolute layout, if you put, automatically you can position any of the components as you wish. Just click and leave it on the frame. That's it. Now one by one we can put the thing. So first is one label I wanted to have. I'm going to give a title. According to our plan, it is employee information. Employees information. Okay. Okay, next, the first field is employee ID. Okay, so instead of every time clicking, I'm just going to copy this, copy and paste. Multiple times. Right click, paste. Right click, paste. Right click, paste. So how many? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 fields we wanted. Okay, now we can rename this. For renaming this, go to text. The first is ID, the second is name, third one is gender, fourth is date of birth, fifth one is designation. Designation is nothing but a position held by an employee, like manager, assistant, like that, clerk, like this. Okay, next one is mobile number, and finally we have address. Okay, so now let us increase the font size and font type. So I'm just going to give a different font. So go to font, Times New Roman, maybe 16, maybe 20. Okay, looks better. Okay, now I'm going to, once for all, I'm going to give for all the labels. So control and select individual components and click font, same bold, and let us keep it 13. 14 will be very big. I think it's okay. Fine. The employee ID, employee name, gender, date, designation, mobile number, address finally. Okay, done. So the next component is text box, that is text field. Text field better you give individually to all the field. Text 1, smaller in size, and for the name slight bigger because full name should be appearing, so slight bigger. Okay, next one is gender. For gender we'll use readable. So radio 1, 3 radio buttons I'm going to have. Okay, these 3 radio buttons should also be changed the font. So Times New Roman, I think we have given 14, right? Okay, 14. So now individually I'm going to rename this. Look here, text. What is the first one? Female. Next one is male. And finally others. Let's have others as well. So align it properly without overlapping. Fine, done. Now the next is date of birth. For date of birth we can use text box. It is not a issue, but I'm going to use another component named as J calendar. J calendar consists of date, time, everything. A specific component which I am going to use is J date chooser. Okay, by default in Eclipse or any other except NetBeans, this component will not be available. This component even in the application it will not be available. You have to download from anywhere website. Okay, so I already downloaded. Let me include the component. So how to include a component? So under this, right click, import jar, and click here system file, that is from our computer system, and I think I must be here, somewhere. Okay, see, Java calendar. So this you have to get it. Library Java, this one, Java calendar 1.4. This you click open, and then these many items. So tick all the items you want to use or specific items you want. Let it be all items, so permanently it will be available. Click OK and yes. So the moment you includes, it comes here automatically. But as you can see here in the list, it will not be available. So in that case, I have to close this application and reopen once again, then it will come here. Okay. Okay, now you can see here. So if you include any of the jar files, just close the application once and again reopen, so it will take the effect. Now you see under the components I have included all the necessary interfaces for our program. So as I mentioned, I want to use many of their I'm going to use this one, that is J date chooser. J, this is like when you click let me run it and show to you. Okay, just run and click here, so you will get the calendar. So whatever the calendar is available, based on this you can choose the date, automatically it will appear. See, so let me check once. See, okay, but you cannot store the date format as you wish. So date format you need to change. So select this component under date format string. By default it says like this, but whereas in MySQL it is not possible to have this format. So it should be the other way, that is first year and hyphen mm dt. This is the format. MySQL will accept this format. Now let's check once again. So I'm just selecting, look, the year, the month and the date. Fine. Done. Now next is designation. For designation I am going to use combo box. Click combo box and put it here. Maybe a little bit bigger, because full name should also come here, like assistant manager, CEO, IT manager, financial manager, something like that. So full name should appear. So now we have to list all the required designations under this. So what to do in this case? So select this combo box, go to model, click here. Here you need to select it. I mean, type the items. So first is IT manager, second is accounts manager, finance manager, HR manager, and so on. Okay, so whatever designations are available, everything. Okay, now what I'm going to give is just one blank space here. So the moment your application is loading, the blank space will be available. By default, it will not select any of the uh, designations. So let's see. Look here, you will have a blank space. So you can select now one by one. Maybe you can, in this blank space, you can fill as select as well. It's not a issue. Let me put that. Select item. Okay, so by default select item will be available. Just select the item below. Okay, but sometimes there is a possibility like while selecting any of them you may select this item as well, so probably it will store into the database. So in such case it is not feasible to have that. Just give a blank space. So blank space, it's not an issue. Okay, next one is mobile number. For mobile number I'm going to use text field only. Mobile number should be bigger in size because some numbers will be 8, 9, 10 and so on. Okay, next one is now for address. For address I'm going to use a different component. Let me expand this size. If you expand this JFrame, click here first in the gray area and then resize it. Okay, for address I'm not going to use text field because text field only have uh, uh, linear value, that is there won't be any wrapping the text. So in such case we have to use text area. So text area, little bigger. Text area have an option of having multi-line characters. So how to enable that multi-line characters? So select this component under property sheet, line wrap. By default it is false, enable it as true. And another option is also there, wraps style word, that also enable. So that's it. So now let's check this, run, and here you see it goes in a linear, so it's not possible. But here look, it goes in the second and third and fourth. But fifth line, suppose if it is, so it is not visible. So in that case we have to apply a scroll bar. So right click that component and select surround with. Under this select this option, scroll pan. Okay, now you look, it's look like a text box, actual text box. So I'm just typing some value from the fourth, fifth line, automatically scroll bar. So somebody's address is 4-5 lines also possible. So this you can, okay, done. Okay, now we should have at least two buttons for now. J button, button 1 and button 2. So these two buttons going to be like, first button is for save, second button is for exit. Now let me change the font as well. So control and select all together, go to font, Times New Roman, bold. We have given 14, so keep 14. Okay, now let me give a background color. So select anywhere here and click under background, click here, any of the color. There are many colors are available, so which color you want you can use, but always prefer to have light color. So just I'm going to have pink. Just leave it. Okay, so it is changed. Okay, let me give the same background color for these buttons, radio buttons as well. Same color. Okay, now if you give the color for this, it will not be more visible, so I'm just leaving like this, same color, or you can apply any other color which you would like to have. Okay, done. Now we will give the actual name of individual components. Right? For all the components we have to give a specific name so that it will be easy for us to implement into the coding. My idea is always I'll go like text1, text2, text3, text4, like that. Okay, so let us have text1. To change the name of the component, go to variable text1. This is text2. Let me copy. Okay, similarly radio button, radio1, radio2, radio3, radio3. This one is a specific, so I'm going to have not text, I'm going to have DOB. Okay, so easy to identify that component. And this one is a different component, so combo 1. So how many numbers of combo box you are having, you can list out combo 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay, next one, this is text box, so I'm going to use this text3. And this one is text area, right? So text area you can give. Okay, next is button. So this button, button 1, button 2, button 2. Okay, let's run once and you can see, and look here, it's all getting selected. When your actual program comes, you have to select either one of these options. So how to do that? So there is something called grouping the buttons. By default, button group will not be available here in the list, so that you have to enable. So in that case, right click here, add component. Under here you can choose that group button and then click OK, it will come. Otherwise, right click this radio button and select the last option, set group, click standard, and then go to the next, select, and you can see group button. So put group for all the three. Okay, check once everything is applied to group. Look, button group is also button group. Otherwise, as if you are having the component, directly select and drop it here one by one, so it will be having a group of the button. Now you can see, so only one option can be selected. Okay. So application, let me minimize the size. Okay, good. Now let's move on to coding part. So before that, click okay, your application is working good. Okay, go to your source. So automatically based on number of components you have input now, so everything will be available. But now by default import of java.sql.star, this will not be available, so you just type it, and if there is any other requirement later on we can see. Okay. Okay, so we have to write the coding exactly. So all the command buttons you will write the coding. So first I'm going to use save. The moment you click save, automatically all the input data should be storing in the MySQL, and then automatically it shows whether it's successful or not, right? Okay, so first of all we should have the database, right? So database, like database name, table name, and these are the number of fields. This you have to create. So let us create. Okay, let us start doing database. I already have the database which I have created earlier. Let me show you. This is our database name. Tables. Okay. So one table I have created under employees info, and the table name is employee personal. So let me see. Describe EMP. Let's see what is there inside. Okay. Look, all the fields are available. So this is the database is ready. Okay, so database is ready. Database table is also ready. Now we can go double click the button, save button. So you will be here. So all your codings you have to write under action performed only. Okay, let's see, right? Okay, if you double click save, so automatically this event will be created. Before writing the coding, check for the import statement. See, we should have this import statement java.sql.star, and similarly java.sql.driver manager. This should be available. If not there, you just type it. Okay, coming here, the first line of the coding is you have to give the SQL command. So what is going to happen when you are clicking the save button? It is going to insert the value into the SQL database. So insert command is appropriate. string SQL is equal to insert into table name is emp personal values. So you can list out all the field names here. Simple manner is just put question mark for all the fields. How many fields we have? Totally 7 fields. Total number of fields are 7, right? Okay. End with semicolon. And okay, next line, before writing further more codings, just type this try. Under this try you are going to write all the coding for components, and then catch exception e. So keep these two methods. One is try and catch. Suppose in try any of the coding have some logical issues, logical errors, this will be catching here and it will resolve and run the program. So that is the reason. So first you have these two, and then you can write further more codings. So now I am going to write the coding for giving the driver information. So class dot for name, and here just type com dot mysql dot jdbc dot driver. Okay, so type here. The next line is we have to give from where the connection is coming from. Actually your database in your computer, so from there only connection is coming to this application. So connection, give a variable con is equal to driver manager dot get connection. Under this URL you have to give where localhost semicolon, and then the port number of your MySQL. By default port number is 3306 slash, then the database name we have given is employees info. Then after the double quotes put a comma, and again here you have to mention the username and password for opening your MySQL. Root is the default user, root 123 is default password, and end with semicolon. Okay, done. Now the next is we are going to give the codings for the components. So type prepared statement. Prepared statement is whatever statement you are going to give for the that is the buttons, text boxes, radio buttons and so on. It will be preparing. So for this prepared statement, give a variable pst is the usually I used to give this. Okay, then con prepared statement, con prepared statement, in bracket you can put SQL and enter. So while typing itself, check all these are changing the other type, like con is changing the color, pst, con, SQL all are changing. Suppose if it is not changing, that means somewhere a mistake is available. There is one more information I'll give. After writing completely, then only there will be a curly bracket comes automatically in here. Okay, so if it is not there, let me see. If it is not there, there will be a problem like this for name, con, these all will not be available. So put a curly bracket here. There should be two curly bracket before this. It's actually coming from here. It's actually coming from here. Okay. Okay. Now, what is the first statement? First is employee ID. Okay. PST dot set integer. So give the index value. The first component is number 1. Integer dot parse int, and here you have to give the name of the component. The first text box named as txt text1 dot get text. Okay, then okay, what is the second field name? Second field name is, look, employee name. PST employee name should be string, set string, and here the second field followed by text2 dot get text. Okay, done. Okay, what is the next? Next we have gender. Remember that we have given the radio button. So I'm going to give you a simple if, nested if coding here. So before using nested if, you have to declare one variable, string gender is equal to null. So nothing should be selected by default. I'm just giving a string gender equal to null. So the moment your application is running, by default any of the buttons, radio buttons, will not be selected. What is the name of the radio buttons we have given? Radio 1, 2, 3. So radio 1 dot is selected, then gender is equal to radio 1 dot get text. Okay, so same, I'm going to copy and paste number 1 3 times and change the value. This is text radio 2, radio 3, and so on. Okay, done. Now it is only the if condition, but it should also be storing. So for storing purpose, pst dot, it is going to be a string, right? String set string, what is the third field? Third field is 3 instead of gender, and enter. So this part is also finished. So the next one, okay, now what is a fourth is date of birth. So date of birth is not a text field. So what you have to do is first look for date of birth. Where date of birth is available, look here. So this is date of birth. So remove this. I'm just cutting it. Cut it and go to here. Some private components will be available here. So under this type private and paste this name of that particular component. DOB is the component. Just give and come down, and now we will write the coding for that. So pst dot set string. So it is a fourth field. Okay, here we are going to write open one double curve bracket and type j text field and close the bracket, and name of that particular component is DOB dot get date editor, then dot the first option get UI component and close this bracket and type get text and close it. That's it. So the meaning for this is, even though it is a j data date chooser, it is also a type of field only, text field. So that is why text field we are giving, and then followed by date editor. This date editor is a calendar. When you click, automatically the calendar appears. No, this is for that purpose. And UI component is a element of like what kind of number you are going to choose. That is for that. And whatever you are selecting, it should be storing into your JText field. So that's why get text has been given. Okay, now the next coding is for combo box. What combo box we have? Okay, designation. So already designation, all predetermined value like IT manager, assistant, everybody we have given, right? So here we have to just denote pst. It is also string value. Fifth field, name of the combo box combo1 dot get selected item, then dot to string and remove the text and leave it. So this coding will do like whatever you are going to select from the combo box, it will be converted to string and it will store. There is a meaning for this. Okay, previously I had like given some variable for this, and then we have specified. You must be remembering in the classroom, right? But now I changed those 3 lines into one single line. So this way or that way you can write. It's not a problem. Okay, next sixth field is field number 6. Field number 6 is mobile number. So mobile number, we have given text 3, right? So mobile number is going to be integer value. So be careful here, I have mentioned as string int. It should be set int integer dot parse int, and then here text3 dot get text, and enter. Okay, done. So what is the last field? You have address field. So address field, we have not used text field, we have used text area. So similarly, look for text area where you have given the text area. Look for text area. So look here. So this one we have to make it as a private variable. So I'm just cutting it and go to private. Under this private group, here private, and paste this and text area. So this one is the name of the component, and this is the actual name given by the Java. This one we have given. Okay, put that, and then for that you have to write coding here. pst dot, it is going to be string, so it is 7th field. Just directly you can mention text area dot get text, done. Okay, so now you have given all the required codings, but still you need another line of coding, that whether when you click save button, automatically all the values you have given in the fields, that should store and update your database. So for that, pst dot execute update, all right. Okay, done. So after this, I'm going to give message box. So till now I think coding everything is perfect, no error till now. So that is why I said, like, before writing any coding, try block and catch block, just give and then proceed further. So any problem occurs, it will identify by itself, otherwise there is no errors. And also check after this, before this curve bracket, there should be another curly bracket. Okay, here now I'm going to give j option pan dot show message dialog box. First parameter is null, and here you have to give your message whether it is success or not. Stored successfully. Now after getting this message, it should close the connection. So on dot close, done. Okay, now under catch block, same thing, you copy and paste it here. Instead of this message, we have to give e. So if after clicking the save button, if no error, so it will throw this message. Suppose if there is any error, it will throw some error related to your program. Okay, so till now everything is perfect. Let us try to run the application. Okay, I think there is no error, so automatically. Okay, let's not input any value. Let me click this, so it says something error. So this error is coming from that catch block. So it says for input string or empty, so you need to input some value. Okay, male, some date of birth you select, and designation you select, and some telephone number and some address. Okay, let me give the correct number, something. Okay, and some number 10 number is Naya. Okay, and click save. The moment you click save, it will be saying stored successfully. Click OK and look at your database. Select star from table name personal and look, 12 Raj male and date of birth and other details are stored successfully. So this is how you can give the program for this simple application. So the next one is we'll give a simple coding for this one, for exit. Okay, okay, for exit, the moment you click exit, it should disappear. So for that, simple line, system dot exit zero, and that's it. So let's run. The moment you click exit, it disappears. The moment you click exit, disappears. Okay, let us input another value as well, maybe 100. Let me share. Okay, mail, some date of birth will give, just 1991, and the enter. 7th is a finance HR manager, and some mobile number and some address, maybe thus. Okay, and save it. It says stored successfully, and exit and look your database. Alicia 100, Alicia mail, so all stored successfully. So this is how the simple Java application can be written without errors, and it is connecting directly to the database. And you can proceed further to implement similar kind of coding you will be using for all these components in the future development of your applications. Okay, next time I'll teach you how to moving the record, showing the record. Now it is not showing anything, no, look at here, whatever record is available into your database, it is not showing. So till now it is just like using like a input form where you input the value and store. So next video I will teach you how to show the content of your database into these fields and moving the records. Next, first, previous, delete. So all these things we will put one by one. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Hope this video will be very helpful for your further studies. Thank you very much. See you. Bye bye.